You're watching MAC Women's Basketball on ESPN as today, Monmouth travels up to the Nutmeg State to take on Fairfield, a team who are trying to secure the conference regular season crown. Hello everybody, alongside Fairfield Athletics Hall of Famer Kate Abramovich, I'm JJ Duke, and Kate, as we look at the standings, both teams have a mission today. For Monmouth, it's to try and keep themselves in the top 5 race and a bye in the first round, and for Fairfield, trying to get a regular season trophy.
And they're just trying to be consistent here and lock it up.
As we take a look at our players to watch for today, a player that loves to lock it up on defense and facilitate the offense is Stella Clark.
And Stella Clark is your point guard who loves to shoot the three, can shoot the short jumper, and loves to dish at over 4 assists per game, but more impressively, averaging almost 6 rebounds as well.
One of those guards who can do it all, and someone who was doing it all the last game for Fairfield a week ago was Callie Kavanaugh.
And Kavanaugh came up big against that win against Quinnipiac there. She had a huge game, first double-double of the season.
Our keys to tonight's game for Monmouth, they rely on their stout defense.
Exactly, and you know, they also have to keep it under 60, and when they are, they're 11-1 holding their opponents. And again, maximize their bench production. 51% of their scoring in the last 3 games came from the bench.
For Fairfield on the opposite side, it's one of those types of games that's going to be up and down, so you have to make sure not only you're scoring the ball, but you transition back on defense.
Monmouth is going to look to run for 40 minutes, so Fairfield has to get back on that defense. And then again, another key for Fairfield is to get back to the balanced scoring. They need 3 or 4 people in double figures.
Welcome back here to Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut, only a few moments away from the start of this one here as we take a look at the Monmouth lineup. We mentioned already Stella Clark, an outstanding facilitator and hounder of the ball in the backcourt, but Kate, you have to keep an eye on a couple of players, especially in the front court. Belle Cranbold, the most notable, one of the best shot blockers, not just in this league, but really in the entire nation.
And she's a definite force down low, both offensively and defensively, grabbing those big boards, and she'll be a threat underneath.
46 blocks this season, and her 1.9 blocks per game leads the league. For Fairfield, the 22nd time this season that Joe Frager marches out this lineup. There are no surprises, but this is probably the best 5-player unit this league has to offer.
And they've had their wheels in motion all season long, so they've got some great continuity going on.
It's Fairfield the home whites, Monmouth and the road blues. We're underway. Fairfield gets the opening toss. Our officials tonight, Pastor Torres, Lauren Nimira, and Charles Ridzak. Lou Lopez Seneschal leads the league in scoring. Her effort is off the mark, but Andrea Hernan Gomez with the putback.
Right there you can see Lou Lopez Seneschal taking that short jumper from the elbow, and we haven't seen her play too much inside, so it'll be an interesting matchup.
Hernan Gomez coming off an 11-point performance against Quinnipiac last week. Great take by Stella Clark using the left hand. This is a player in Clark, all league last year at Northeastern, so that's the Colonial Athletic Association. 17th in the nation in assists per games at 5.5, the same numbers that Fairfield's Rachel Hakes is putting up per contest this year. Probably the best 2 facilitating guards in this league as Lowry knocks down that 3. Now, Kate, interesting here because Monmouth, one of the best 3-point defensive teams in the nation.
Right, and you and I have talked for the last couple of games of Sydney Lowry having to get off to a quick start, and that's fantastic for Fairfield.
Yeah, Lowry hasn't really factored too much in the scoring. She does average 9 points per game, but Joe Frager's been really high on her defense as Hakes nearly comes away with that pass. Clark, late in the shot clock, has to put it up from 17. It's not there, and Hernan Gomez will clear. And that Monmouth 3-point defense holds their opponents to just 26% from downtown. So you have to feel good about yourself if you knock down a 3 early.
You got the momentum going for sure.
Lopez Seneschal, step back jumper, also not there. Now, Lou coming off her most challenging performance last Thursday against Quinnipiac on 4 of 12 shooting, but it wasn't so much the misses, it was the fact that she just never got space.
Yeah, and credit Quinnipiac's defense for that. And she was not only face guarded the whole way, but often double teamed as well.
Double teamed, sometimes even triple teamed, as this 3 is good in the corner. Jania Hall, the sophomore from Maryland, splashing it in. Another unassuming person that's going to knock them down from deep, just shooting at 22% from downtown this season. Rachel Hakes, who averages more than 5 points, assists, and rebounds per game. Kicks it back. Hernan Gomez, all the time in the world, doesn't catch anything.
As soon as she let that one go, she knew it was off the mark.
And immediately Monmouth, they do like to rotate that bench as first-year head coach Ginny Bogus. She does have basically 8 or 9 players that can give you 20 minutes per game.
And as we talked about earlier, they give you a lot of points too.
Yeah, there's no one that's up in the top 10 in terms of points per game on this team, but if you can get 6 or 7 players with 8 points per contest, as Brianna Livingston, a good drive for 2, that's going to keep you around. And I think it's the fact that they play that suffocating style of defense where they limit their opponents to just 61 points per game. As long as you keep in the game in the high 50s, low 60s, you have a chance. Callie Kavanaugh, nice take inside for 2. Bit of an up and down game here to start. Nice catch underneath, a foul against Kavanaugh. Thought that she got it clean, but Harrelson will go to the line to shoot a pair. Sakira Harrelson, the sophomore from Pennsylvania. Doesn't really factor all that much in the scoring, but she will go for 2 here.
You can see here Kavanaugh just got caught behind it. Great pass, high-low, but Kavanaugh just gets caught behind her.
2 free throws coming here. Harrelson, a player who has only scored a grand total of 9 points this year. 1 for 2 from the line. First one is not there. Monmouth, 3rd from last in the league at 67% from the line. And they did leave a bit of change on the line on Monday against St. Peter's as that one goes in 10 of 16. Where St. Peter's got to the line a whole lot, Kate, in that game. 24 of 26.
Wow.
But the fact
Living at the line.
Living at the line, but they didn't give up any opportunities as Lopez Seneschal knocks that in. Moments away from the start of the second half between Monmouth and Fairfield as the Fairfield Stags 20 minutes away from securing their 4th regular season conference title. Alongside Kane Abramovich, I'm JJ Duke. As we look back to your first half highlights, Kate, Belle Cranble was really kind of the main focal point of the offense for Monmouth.
Yeah, a big threat underneath here. As you can see, she's drawing the defense. Little drop down pass there. Goes strong to the basket as well.
Yeah, she was able to attack Fairfield with both Andrea Hernan Gomez and Callie Kavanaugh in foul trouble. No other Monmouth player has more than 3 points. Cranble has 9, but the aforementioned Hernan Gomez got it started early, crashing the boards and finishing what she started.
And she came out on fire and decided to take over this game. Little drop shots there, rebounds, as you said, driving the offensive charge.
And firing up the team as well, and someone really who needed to fire herself up after a tough game last week against Quinnipiac is Lou Lopez Seneschal, but she dropped a game-high 10.
There's no doubt Lou came out on a mission here. She just said, I'm firing on all cylinders here, and has certainly proven that in that first half.
5 of 12 shooting. She only got 12 shots in the entire game against Quinnipiac last Thursday. First half stats look like this. Fairfield efficient from the floor, and it's the points in the paint. You wonder if that's going to change a little bit with the Stags, knowing that Cranble's got a lot of touches, but a lot of minutes early in this first half.
And we'll have to watch that matchup with, as you said, Cranble, but also Kavanaugh and Hernan Gomez. If they can stay out of foul trouble, if they get in foul trouble, it's another ball game there with Cranble down low.
As we're underway here for the second half, Fairfield in their home white jerseys now going from right to left on your screen. The other games in progress, Ryder and Iona, Canisius at Siena. We'll keep in touch with those as we go throughout the rest of this one, as Lopez Seneschal's fall-away jumper is not there. Now, we talked about it earlier with Belle Cranble only averaging 19 minutes per game, Kate. She finished off that first half with 12 and a half. You'd figure she needs to be playing more 22 minutes per game to really have a big impact down the stretch.
Yeah, I would think so, especially when you see Fairfield's two bigs get in foul trouble. You got to put Crampo in the game so she can eat up that low block.
Certainly made it work with all the touches that she had. 4 of 6 from the floor, along with 4 rebounds. As Kavanaugh back on the floor after 2 personals. It's a good idea to try and get her an early touch, but she's too strong. Great lead pass ahead to Vanderhoop, and she finishes. Monmouth bench asking for a little contact there, but the referee's not calling it. This is an important 3-minute stretch for Monmouth, trying to come out of the halftime team talk with some venom and vigor. However, Lopez Seneschal stops at the moment.
And you can just see the focus in Lou's eyes tonight, saying every time she touches the ball, it's going up.
That's a player that plays with the expected tag of the league's most outstanding player. Hernangomez nearly dispossessing Cranbull. Able to save it though. Vanderhoop swings it. Jania Hall with 5 on the clock. Hall kicks to Vanderhoop from 17 feet, not there. Long rebound though, and Hernangomez shields it out of play. Lou with 6 made baskets, by the way, a player that's inside the top 50 in the nation with most made field goals this season. Had 169 coming into today. She's 6 of 14, and this is a matchup now we're starting to see that benefits Fairfield as well. Monmouth stout defensively, sure, but they're giving Lou those looks that she loves from 15, 16.
Yeah, and she loves that drop back, step back move. And that's a great move for Kavanaugh too, get it in the post, turning and going to the basket.
There's Kavanaugh now to the line for 2. Like we said, Callie picked up a couple early fouls. Plays just 9 minutes thus far. Again, came off of a sensational performance last Thursday to Quinnipiac, where she knocked down 17 points and had 10 rebounds for her first double-double of the season. Just a shade under 70% from the line, goes 1 of 2 there. Fairfield with 7 different scores in that first half. Though if you want basket contributions, all 8 players factored as Janelle Brown, while scoreless, assisted on 2 of them. Stella Clark flipping into the corner for Jen Lauro. Livingston, nice pass underneath, but the finish not there from Harrelson. A great look inside.
That was a great dish.
Monmouth have left a few of those on the rim here this evening. As Lowry underneath, Hernangomez. Andrea with the left hand. She drew the foul. As Harrelson might have caught a little bit of an uppercut there.
Right on the chin. You can see here she goes strong to the basket. Andre thought about it for a second.
I mean, this was, if you take up the floor and the floorboards underneath, and it's the Bridgeport Islanders, you're checking for 4 minutes for high sticking in case there's blood. But there is no power plays in basketball. It's just a personal foul. Already 2 in this quarter for Monmouth. Lopez Seneschal, fall away jumper. Great contest, that was by Livingston. And she had to use all of that 5'9" frame to contest it. Clark whips it underneath for Livingston. You got to reward the big for a great stop defensively. Get her the ball underneath.
Right. A little energy in with Monmouth here, going defense, offense there.
The Lowry, that's smooth. And it's been a while actually since we've seen that stroke from Sid Lowry. She's got 9 here. And that ball just thrown out of play. The inside out was not on for Monmouth. But something that you enjoy seeing if you're a fan of Fairfield is Sydney Lowry picking up that balanced scoring that Joe Frager's looking for.
And as we've talked about, we haven't called her name too much recently in the past couple of games, but you know, she's shooting 3 for 4 tonight, having a great game.
She's had a string of 3 straight double-figure efforts as she gets into double figures there. That came in the first week of February where the Stags played 3 home games in 5 days, but just 12 points in the last 3 games combined. But now she's up to 11. In the corner, Livingston, a three off the rim, no good. Harrelson with the offensive rebound, but she can't finish, and Hakes with the clear. Hakes quickly ahead. Lopez Seneschal driving for two.
Nice little layup there.
Timeout taken by Monmouth. Fairfield up by 14 here, and the tempo needed to be going for Fairfield, so Hakes said, get it to Lou, and let's see what happens. The Stags up 41-27. Back in a moment from Bridgeport.